Shooting video with the Sony A7S2 or the Sony A7 III. I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm not wearing a shirt. I'll be damned. Why didn't you tell me I wasn't wearing a shirt? Shooting with the Sony A7S2 or the Sony A7 III can be pretty daunting, especially when switching over to 120 frames per second. The footage just gets really murky, blurry, and dark. There are a few obvious ways we can improve that image quality, like making sure we nail our white balance and exposure, and making sure that our focus is locked in. And I think that if you just apply one more tactic, I think that your 120 frames per second slow motion on the A7 series camera can even be improved just a little bit more. These next two sequences are pretty much identical, with the exception of the first sequence being filmed with the audio recording setting turned on, and then the second sequence, which like I said again is exactly like the first sequence, but the audio recording settings within the camera are turned off. Without further ado, here is the first sequence. All right, so we're back, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning into this episode of 120 frames per second using the Sony A7 III. Now, actually, first of all, let me go ahead and say that I sincerely apologize to all of my viewers out there in the internet world that have watched previous videos that I have posted and published, not only on YouTube, but on other platforms, because yeah, my audio was like no good at all, man. Like my post-processing abilities and audio was trash. Well, actually, I would probably say it was like a 3 out of 10, and now it's like 5, like a 5 or a 6. Like, I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, like, how does this sound versus any of my other previous videos, don't hesitate to drop a comment like about this particular mic, which is actually in the description below. It's a Neewer NW700. Neewer NW700. Let me know how it sounds. It is connected via XLR into a Behringer Q1202 USB mixer, which allows me to like turn up my treble. And just really quick, like, okay, there's my treble. My highs are like turned down, and then my highs are back. I could turn my mids up, and then, you know, it sounds like really twangy and crappy. I like to turn my mids down. And then like your overall presence of your voice, you can actually change here. And so now it sounds more like, you know, a little bit less of a presence, in comparison to like right there. The only thing I have to, like, I guess, fine tune is for me to actually monitor how it sounds live. I'm not sure, like, if I want to be on camera with headsets on, that looks that looks a little distracting, man. You guys let me know how you feel about that. I still have like mixed feelings on like, watching YouTubers with like headsets on. It just looks kind of distracting. But let me know how this mic sounds, man. I'll put this mixer down in the description below. I think the mixer was under $100. I think it was like $95 or something like that. And then this microphone was literally like 30 bucks, man. $33 or $34. It comes with the microphone, the XLR microphone. It's a condenser microphone, so you have to speak like into the front of it, not like off to the side or on the top. You have to speak like to the front. Basically you have to speak into like where the logo is on the front. It even comes with this arm, man. It comes with the cord, the arm, this pop filter, and you can like choose to use this pop filter. You can put on this pop filter. I just feel this is a little like intrusive, because now I'm like, okay, like this is crazy. This is too much. I'm actually really curious like to how this sounds in comparison to my other videos, because I'm like really honing in on my audio. I've always realized that audio was important, but I just kind of like put on a lav mic, slapped an H1, recorded, and I was like, call it a day there. But I'm just feeling like my audio wasn't where it needed to be for me. And I'm not like comparing myself to like another channel or like another producer, but just for me, I felt like I had to increase my audio game. And so if you feel like you need to increase your audio gain, go ahead and check out those affiliate links below. Now keep in mind, if you do click on any of those links below, like I said, they are affiliate links, so this channel will get a small compensation if you do decide to make any of those purchases at no extra charge to you, and so we appreciate that. So now back to the video. Now the overall image quality when turning the audio recording on and off, I felt like for me, when I was going back and taking a look at that footage, like I can't help but notice that when I recorded with the audio off, that the footage was just more clear. Like it even seems like there was just a little bit more dynamic range too, and which kind of makes sense, because even on like Canon and Panasonic cameras, if you take a look at going from 30 frames per second to 120 frames per second, a lot of the older cameras, they cut out audio because they want to be able to fully use the CPU within the camera more effectively, just for capturing video and not audio. And it only makes sense to me that the image looked better shooting with the Sony A7iii, turning the audio off, because that's just simply less processing that the camera has to do while it's recording. I don't know, I've been recording with the audio off in 120. Most of the 120 frame per second footage that I shoot, I typically don't even use the audio anyway, so I'm like, just go ahead and cut it off. Like it may or may not be increasing my image quality or not, but at least up here it's making it seem like it is anyway. So, but let me know how you guys feel about those particular clips, those comparison clips. I would like to get some honest feedback on that. If you are a Sony A7iii owner, I urge you to try it out and come back to this video after you've tried it out. Leave a few comments and let me know some of the results that you guys are getting while recording at 120 frames per second with the audio off. But that's about all for this video, guys. Once again, I thank you guys for watching. I apologize to you guys again for any previous episodes where I'm not using this mic. On this channel, we talk about various ways we can increase our overall video shooting and editing skills. So if that's something that you're into, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you like this video, or if this video has brought any value to you at all, go ahead and hit that like button. And on the flip side to that, if you feel that this video has just immensely wasted the last 6 to 7 minutes of your life that you'll never get back, go ahead and hit that thumbs down button. It's all love at the end of the day. I appreciate you guys staying here to the end, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out. I don't know if this actually transferred. Does that transfer over to... Okay, so if I move this on, does this sound transfer into the recording at all? I guess we'll see.